First up, Rowan from Throne of Glass, but he likes to run up the stairs on all fours. It's horrible. I hate that. Okay, next.
Just like every time.
Yeah, just every time he runs up the stairs.
It's like 2 stairs.
I don't know why he's doing that. Hello, and welcome back to the Fangirl Feels podcast. My name is Olivia.
My name's Tanya.
And we're the podcast where we have an emotional analysis of all the books, movies, shows, all the things that give us all the feelings. And Happy New Year! This will come out in January of 2024. So, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. We didn't have a Christmas episode that week. We took the week off. So, I think it'll be technically like 2 weeks that we had off by the time this comes out. But, you know, we're human. Such is life.
Yeah.
It happens.
I didn't even post anything. No offense to everyone, but like we don't have that many followers, so I just assume you'll know that there's an episode. I meant to. I forgot.
That's okay. I feel like most people were busy during Christmas anyway. So, like, thank you for sticking around and, like, understanding that we were busy over Christmas.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. But it is the new year, 2024, which is going to be our year. We are starting out the new year we do our typical segment of Fangirl Finds, which we've changed a little bit. It is now more like a topic that we discuss initially, like pop culture news, until we get into our main topic of the episode. So you know what, I was gonna talk about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, because you know I am the TNT correspondent for this podcast. It is my hired, position. But so the only thing I was really going to say was like people blaming Taylor Swift for the Chiefs not doing so well. I'm just really the only thing I got to say is like, that's dumb.
Burn it all down. We've gone too far. That's dumb. That's real dumb.
Yeah, I really hope people aren't. I'm starting to believe that people are just saying people are saying that and not actually saying it. So I hope that's the case. Yeah. Because that's just stupid. Like, if that's true, let her live her life.
It's not her fault. I'm hoping they're joking because sexism.
Yeah. It's like, yes, it's her fault that they're not scoring touchdowns somehow. Because that makes sense. But that's really all I got to say on that. You know, we just got to have our typical tea on TNT. Yeah. Just have to have it.
Insert meme from Demi Lovato. Get a job, leave her alone.
Get a job. Seriously. I love them. But that's that, really. The tea on TNT. The real, like, pop culture topic was on TikTok, and it is about the White Boy Mount Rushmore. If you've been on the internet for the last 10 to 15 years, we have all agreed upon, as a society, as a universe, we have agreed upon like 3 to 4 boys that are our White Boy Mount Rushmore, and that is Logan Lerman, Dylan O'Brien, and Josh Hutcherson. Josh Hutcherson is like a new addition, but we all kind of agree. I'm like, yes, I agree. He belongs on the White Boy Mount Rushmore. So the question is, who is the 4th and final spot on our White Boy Mount Rushmore?
Who could it be? We have a long list, and also shout out to creator user on TikTok, Blonde Blue-Eyed Baddie 24/7. Great username. But a bunch of people commented. She created the video, and a bunch of people commented other nominees, and so we will go through them and talk about them. So you reacted pretty positively to this first one, Harry Styles.
Yeah, I mean, like, if the premise of White Boy Mount Rushmore is someone who has like lasted the test of time, a white boy that has lasted the test of time and like the cultural zeitgeist, that is like a beacon of like a good white boy, like that. I don't know what that means, but just like a standard good white boy, then I think Harry Styles does belong on that. Like, he has totally done that.
Yeah. Like, he has a discography. Like, he has the work. He's been here for at least a decade, and I think that's true for all the current Mount Rushmore heads. So yes. I think he'd be up there in terms of nominees for sure.
Yes. And like all of these boys, we were talking about this earlier, they're not hyper masculine. Harry Styles is definitely not hyper masculine, and that's to his benefit, right? He like leans into that like femininity. Like he's just like all of these boys, they just like are like, how do you describe it? Like, how do you describe the White Boy Mount Rushmore, the aesthetic that they have? It's like a vibe about them.
They're baby girls.
They're baby girls.
They're baby girls.
But I love them all. Like, you know, yeah, there's something about them.
It's truly that they're okay with their masculinity and femininity. They have some flamboyant aspects to their personality, but they're so confident in themselves because again, they've lasted throughout time, all the different cultural phenomena that have happened, all the different like style changes over the past decades. And so, yeah, they've reached a point where like they're comfortable with who they are and they don't need to be hyper masculine. And so I agree.
No, we just like them as is. Yeah, we like them and they're just like their boyishness kind of, but like still men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yes. So Harry Styles, that's one. Who else is on the list?
So I think the next two we can just take out. Jacob Elordi, I love him. I think he's great actor. But and he's also Australian. The accent helps.
It does.
It puts you higher in the list. But also he hasn't been around long enough. Yeah. So let's just take him out. And then Evan Peters is not baby girl enough. I love him in horror stuff, but I don't think he matches the vibe of the other people on Mount Rushmore already.
I agree. Yeah, I love that. He's not baby girl enough, but it's true. He's not. He's not. On
a scale from 1 to baby girl.
Yeah.
He's like 2. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not. Oh, Andrew Garfield. I one vote. Hairstyles, Andrew Garfield. I vote. He's baby girl.
I'd prefer Andrew Garfield over Harry Styles, if I'm being honest. There's something about Andrew Garfield that I love so much. And I still watch that episode with him with the girl from Chicken Shop Date, Amelia.
Oh, you. I want
that won me over.
Fall in love. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I also want him to fall in love with me.
Right. Yeah. But it's just proof that he'd fall in love with, no offense, Amelia, but like a normie. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think there's part of that charm to all of these boys where you kind of believe you like have a chance to some extent.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I do. There's a part of me that does genuinely believe if Andrew Garfield met me, it would be happily ever after. Yeah.
We'll just never know until you meet him. Yeah. Well, like that's truly it. It's like they probably would fall in love with you and us. Probably me too.
Yeah. All of us. Just every single one.
All of it. Yeah.
Everybody.
But they just haven't met us yet. So that's a factor too. Baby girl, and they just haven't met us yet.
Yeah, I agree.
There's metrics. Yeah.
I totally agree. These people might all be in like very serious, healthy relationships, but does not apply.
Not important. Not important
here. Yeah. So I agree with Andrew Garfield. That's another good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked many times about this next one. Robert Pattinson. I think other people would want him to be on it just because of the Twilight series, but I don't know. He just doesn't match the vibe. He's a little bit like eccentric, and I think we should take him out.
Yeah, he has like a kind of a darkness about him. Like it doesn't fit the vibe. Yeah,
he's on a different timeline. Different what's it called? If we're measuring creepy dudes, a little bit creepy and weird, he's with Evan Peters on that.
Yeah, I agree.
Decision.
Yeah, it's like a totally different vibe of boys. Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
He's not on that list. Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, I love from British shows, but I don't think the US has seen him enough. Like I watched him grow up the same way that I watched the other men grow up, like we're on Mount Rushmore, like Dylan O'Brien, Logan Lerman, but I don't think the US has. And so therefore he's what's the word of like, you'd probably get on it, but you're just like second, like you're a something nominee. Honorable mention. He's an
honorable mention.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? Maybe honorable mention Aaron Taylor Johnson would marry. Yes.
I think he's also a little bit of a different vibe to me than the rest of these boys. He's a little bit more like masculine.
Yeah.
And not a bad thing at all. But yeah, he doesn't exactly have the same vibe, but sure, he could be like an honorable mention.
To quote Olivia, he's a man.
He's a man. You have to do it with the grunt. He's a man. Not that these other people aren't men. I feel like I always have to caveat. Just like different definition. Oh man.
This is very scientific. You have to understand, everyone.
Exactly. You do. It's in the textbooks.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Okay.
Sam Claflin. I think we're gonna have to take him out.
Yeah, he's also like kind of has an edge about him. I think of him as like Finnick in the Hunger Games, and I love Finnick, and I love his portrayal of Finnick, but he is like a little bit of like, yeah, that edge to him, like a darkness to him that again is not, it's not baby girl. Really.
It's not baby girl.
That is
at the end of the day.
definition of White Boy Mount Rushmore. Are you baby girl? No, he's not. I don't think so. He's out. Yeah. This next one I don't hate, but I like. So it's Chad Michael Murray. My issue with that is like he's in a different like generation almost than these people. He might actually, he's probably like in his 40s, whereas most of these boys are in their 30s. And he was like a 90s, earliest 2000s, probably White Boy Mount Rushmore, and that was like pre-social media internet. So I think he just like, he would have been on it maybe if he was a little bit younger. But he also has an edge to him because he always played like the bad boy, whereas none of these boys were the bad boys. So
yeah, you're right. He's on that same list again. This other list of men that we're going to judge a separate episode of like the weird, eccentric bad boys. That's what catch us next week. That's what we'll talk about. He'll be on that list. Also, I heard he like cheated on people during like Hillary or whoever. He dated someone from the show and cheated on her while they were like still filming together, and she had to film with him. So I think maybe we just don't even include him. He's off the list.
Yeah. Sad. Chad. Sad. Yeah. Sad Chad. Not sad. No, man. And then this last one, Zac Efron.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he's also a little older than the rest of these. These boys are all solidly in their. Although actually, I think Andrew Garfield's in his 40s. But
yeah, actually, I think he's actually in the same age range, like late 30s, early 40s. I think he gets to be up there. I'm gonna be honest. Like he has stood the test of time. He's played so many different types of roles. Yeah, and he just seems maybe not as BB girl as all the other ones, but he's still very confident in himself, and I think maybe he should get it. I
do think so. He has stood the test of time. Like I was a Zac Efron fangirl. Like weren't we all? Him in 17 again. Great movie.
But should have won an Oscar.
Should have won an Oscar for that movie. Agreed. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I do think on principle he probably deserves it. He's probably like the original White
right.
Boy.
How is he? He's the founding father.
He is George Washington. Like the White Boy Mount Rushmore. Maybe he might be.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So maybe he's founding father, and Aaron Taylor Johnson is honorable mentioned, and Andrew Garfield gets ahead.
Yeah. And then I also think Harry Styles too. We're gonna make this like
extended.
Yeah. Like
just like 7 or 8.
Only 4 heads. No, we're doing it to like 7. It's fine.
Done. Okay. Harry Styles and Andrew Garfield, thank you for your accents and your contributions to American cinema.
Thank you for your contributions to society, to the universe, to girlhood, to
girlhood. In the year of Barbie, thank you for showing up.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. This was a very scientific analysis. And if you don't understand this, you're probably not chronically online like we are. And that might be for the best, but also you're missing out on White Boy Mount Rushmore.
It's not that we have a problem, you do, and you need to re-download TikTok. You probably deleted it, and that's fair and healthy of you, but you can't participate then.
What is that? Healthy? What is that? Like, that's weird. Who does that? No, please stay healthy, guys. Don't be on social media as much as we are, but we have fun. It's a good time. Okay, on to the main event, which is actually, this was a good segue. We're getting primed to talk about like our favorite. This is going to be fictional boys. Those are real boys. But we thought for like our first episode of the new year, we're recording this like late, like December 28th. So it's like the end of the year for us. You know, we're just about done, only a few days left. So we want to do something lighthearted and also kind of similar to like one of the first episodes we ever did this year, which is fictional boyfriend March Madness, but this is going to be fictional boyfriend speed dating. So this was inspired by Dan and Phil, who are YouTubers. If you know them, Dan Howell and Phil. I don't know his last name, actually. I don't know Phil's last name. I just know them as Dan and Phil. They have a gaming channel that they've been posting every day this month, and they did this game, which was fictional boyfriend speed dating, where they took a fictional boyfriend and then an ick, randomized them, selected 3, and we had to guess who the other person will pick to go on a date with the random boy and the random ick. So I have a list of boys and a list of icks, and they're going to be randomized. I will name them out, and we have to guess who the other person will still go on a date with, despite the ick. So this will be funny. I tried to pick funny icks. Some of them I took from Dan and Phil, like their episode. Others I like ChatGPT'd it. I like made some up. So this is a randomized list of characters with an ick. I'm gonna like name 3 at a time. We'll probably do like 4 rounds. We'll see how many this goes. And this is similar to the list on our fictional boyfriend March Madness episode. So I made a few changes, but basically the same list, because that list was good. So
it was a good list. We put a lot of thought into that, everyone.
Yeah,
watch
and we
that
like
episode.
Yeah, we did. Please listen to it. Like, if you like this episode and you haven't listened to that one, listen to that one next. So our first 3 are Jim Hopper from Stranger Things, but he mispronounces common words despite you correcting him all the time. Number 2 is Mr. Darcy, but he's obsessed with star signs. Number 3 is Joel Miller from The Last of Us, but he has dirty fingernails, which honestly is on brand for The Last of Us. Like, he probably
actually, no, that makes sense.
That's like, that comes with the territory for Joel. Okay, so who do we think who each of us are gonna pick?
Pick as in like we don't.
We'll go on a date with them. No, we'll go on a date with them.
We'll go on a date with them. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the second one? Sorry.
It was Mr. Darcy, but he's obsessed with star signs.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you go first. Who do you think I'm picking?
I think you're choosing Mr. Darcy.
Yeah. Star signs is not that bad.
Game over. I win.
Over. I think you are too. Are you picking Mr. Darcy also?
No, I'm choosing Joel. I'm choosing Pedro always. I don't care what it is.
Oh, you're right. That was Okay.
I'm sorry. Any universe, anything. It's cool.
Yeah. And dirty figure again, it comes with the territory of Joel.
Yeah. He's fighting zombies. It's fine. Me too. Fine. He's keeping me safe.
He's fine.
That's fair.
Okay, so you got a point. You win that round.
Do you want me to write down points?
Sure, you got a point.
Very important competition.
This is a hugely important competition. It's funny.
It's like election next year and then this.
Exactly. What else is there? Okay. Here's another one. This is our next round. First up, Rowan from Throne of Glass, but he likes to run up the stairs on all 4s. Horrible. I hate that. Okay, next.
Just like every time.
Yeah, just every time he runs up the stairs.
It's like 2 stairs. He's
I don't know why he's doing that. Okay, that's one. Geralt of Rivia, but he doesn't like cats. That's a bad one. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Okay, or Regé Jean Page / the Duke from Bridgerton, but he litters.
Wow.
That's tough.
The world's ending. Okay, come on.
Yeah. So that's tough.
That's so hard.
Rowan or Geralt or the Duke.
Yeah.
Ooh, who do I think you're picking? I don't know. The doesn't like cats is a deal breaker.
Yeah.
For both of us.
Yes. Yeah. Like, cool. Guess we can't hang out.
Yeah.
That's my child. Like,
it's literally my children. And it has to be Geralt of all people. Like, oh, that's tough.
I think you choose the Duke.
To be honest, I didn't fully decide, but I don't think I picked the Duke. No.
Are you choosing who's running on all fours?
I think I was choosing Rowan. I don't know why. I guess I can live with that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'm assuming we're in like Rowan's world. There maybe not that many steps. So maybe it wouldn't become an issue, you know?
Exactly.
Like we'll make it work. Like it's fine. I think are you picking the Duke?
That was my thought, but I actually think I would choose Rowan now also. Like because it's his little quirk. He's a little quirky.
He just
That's
likes
okay.
to go up steps on all fours. It's
Yeah.
fine. Not the worst thing. I like how like objectively not liking cats is probably the most normal of all of these. Like but we just can't I can't accept that. I can't accept not liking cats.
It's truly like I have like dropped friends. Like
I ghosted people.
it's just like it's also like it says a lot about you too if you don't like cats. That like,
Oh,
you don't
no.
respect boundaries. Fair. Okay, then we can't be friends. I can't
Yeah.
date you. Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. That's tough. Yeah. Well, Geralt would have won another like in another world, but yeah, not liking cats.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. I guess that was a point for me then.
All right. Yeah.
Dang. Okay, next round. Okay, Percy Jackson, but he's secretive about who he votes for.
Who created these icks?
This one is from the Dan and Phil one. I was like, that one's really good. I have to take
Oh, that's too good. Oh my
it's
gosh.
sad that it's on Percy Jackson, but like poor kid. But he's secretive about who he votes for. Never or Kaz Brecker, but he never replaces the toilet paper.
Oh my god.
Okay. Or Jamie Fraser, but he only uses Axe body spray.
Oh no, Jamie.
Jamie, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, to reiterate, Jamie only uses Axe body spray. Kaz never replaces the toilet paper. Percy is secretive about who he votes for. It's so bad.
That's so creative. Congrats,
really
Dan and Phil.
creative.
Like, you should get an award for this.
It was really good. It's so good. No one good is secretive about who they vote for, man. No one
Right.
good is.
You
Yeah.
know, can't trust them.
No. Okay. Do you have yours picked?
Yeah, because I think you'd choose who I'd choose.
I think so too. Jamie.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Because we can tell him, okay, like I know you love it, but maybe just one spray. You know, one spray.
Just one time. Yeah, Jamie definitely like that's not the worst. Like
No.
Axe body spray.
Right. It's not that problematic. Yeah.
No. Compared to secretive about who he votes for. And a guy who doesn't replace the toilet paper. I feel like Kaz probably doesn't replace the toilet paper.
Yeah.
But I don't want to live with that. I ain't your mom.
He would just do it for Inej, and we can't compare. None of us can compete. No one on Earth or the universe can. So
exactly. Yeah, he would change the toilet paper for Inej. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Jamie. So point for each of us.
Both of us, yeah. Olivia and Tanya.
Yes.
Cool.
So are we tied?
We're tied.
Okay. Okay, that was round 3. So we'll do to round 5 and see what happens. Okay. Next. Nick Young from Crazy Rich Asians, but he's obsessed with conspiracy theories.
No.
Which he's a wealthy man, so that like was on brand. He's probably conservative.
Maybe it tracks.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. Simu Liu / Jung Kim from what's it called? Kim's Convenience. But he only wears Hollister.
That might fit with Simu Liu, to be honest.
It might.
I've seen about it.
It totally might.
He's a little basic. A little bit.
Yeah, he is. It's true. And then Resand from Akatar, but he's overly competitive in board games. Overly competitive. Can you imagine the High Lord of the Night Court, and he just gets mad at a game of Monopoly,
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Murder someone over a game of Monopoly.
He would.
He would. He totally would.
And I'd read about it.
I would too.
Entertaining. Like we've talked about this before. Sorry, side note that we just want to read about them doing mundane things. I would just read about them just hanging out, playing board games.
I would too.
Yeah.
I think you have to work to get to that point in your story. I'm not just gonna read that randomly of any character, but because I've seen them go through hell and back, then I'm yeah, show me your day.
Yeah.
I care about you now. Tell me.
Which is a good you should read the novellas because it kind of feels that way. It's just a side story. You know what I mean? Like a side quest.
I meant to do that this winter. It's still winter.
It's still winter.
Yeah. It's just Christmas is over now, but
it doesn't matter. New Year's, New
Year's. Okay. That'll be my book over New Year's. Maybe it won't. But
I already know you. I know you.
Exactly. Okay, what were these again?
Yeah, please repeat.
Nick Young, but he's into conspiracy theories. Where is this other one? Simu Liu, but he only wears Hollister, like Jung Kim. And then Rasand, but he's overly competitive in board games. I think we might have the same one for those.
It's Rasand.
Yeah.
We basically just justified it with our tangent.
Exactly. That, to be honest, that is a big ick. I don't like overly competitive people, but compared to the rest of these, Hollister's not that bad, but we used to work there.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
I couldn't do it again. And the smells. Ugh. Yeah, PTSD. Yeah. But I think it would depend on how angry they get. I get competitive, but don't get angry and flip the table, right? It's more so he's just very strategic.
Yes.
And gets very into it. And so I can get on board, but then don't kill anyone, we're saying.
Exactly.
That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as he's not murdering people.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, in his context, he might.
He might
be, but it's fine. It's in the context, it's fine. It's funny.
Okay, we're still tied.
Okay.
So is this a tiebreaker? Is this the last round?
This is the last round. Okay. All right. Aragorn. But he grunts dramatically while working out. Really dramatically. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's fine, I guess. Let's see who else. Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender, but he wears socks with sandals. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Grayson Hawthorne, but he has a podcast about alpha males.
About elf males?
Alpha males, alpha.
I'm oh, he has an Akatar podcast. Same. Okay.
He's got an Akatar podcast. It's funny. Okay, so Zuko, Grayson Hawthorne, or Aragorn. Yeah. What does Aragorn do again? What is he doing?
He grunts while working out.
That is icky. I don't love it.
Yeah.
And Zuko wears
sandals. Yeah. And then podcast. We can just take that out. We don't need another Andrew Tate. We're good.
No, Grayson Hawthorne. Disappointing, Grayson. Yeah. Disappointing. That's immediately now. So yeah, it's between Zuko and Aragorn.
I had my answer from the first time you read it out.
Yeah. We're gonna end the same.
Always. We're gonna have to have a bonus round because 1, 2, 3 Zuko. I'll put up with
I said Aragorn.
Oh my god.
So we're both wrong.
You thought I was gonna choose Aragorn?
I thought you would pick Aragorn because I was gonna pick Aragorn.
Oh.
So we're both wrong.
We got it wrong.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait, so you would really pick Zuko?
I'd pick Zuko. I don't care. Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like it'd be like that episode on the beach every day. It'd be fun.
That's fine. Socks with sandals is not the worst thing.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how aggressive Aragorn is grunt. How aggressive is those grunts?
Yeah. And you don't need to be there too. You could be you go do your thing.
Yeah. And you're just working out. It's not fighting. If it was he was being fighting and it's supposed to be a hot moment, then I would be oh no. But yeah, I don't need to be there while he's working out.
Yeah. So we both don't get a point. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, wow, we need a
Right.
bonus round.
No one. We need a bonus round. Bonus.
A bonus round. Okay.
This is as intense as the Olympics.
It is.
Everyone.
This is very important. I really thought you were going to pick I thought it was Aragorn.
I thought we both love Zuko the same amount, and he can do no wrong. But
competing with Aragorn, that's tough for me.
that is tough. He's been our number one for a long time.
Exactly. Like, he literally won almost every single male matchup that we've ever had.
Yeah.
So, like,
and he won our hearts when we were like 6. So, or
exactly.
we weren't that yet. Were we? I don't know.
Like 11, maybe? Like
11, my bad.
Like, I don't know. Oh gosh. Okay. This guy is just like not a good guy, but we have him on this list anyway. Oh, someone, you got a kitty cat.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Everyone, he's got something to say. The
He
cat
got something to say. He says, "Would you choose me? But I lick my butt pretty often."
That's fine. We allow it. It's acceptable for him.
Okay. He wins. Yay.
He is the real winner of fictional boyfriend speed dating. But he's not fictional.
That's true.
He's a good boy.
Real. He wins the real one.
Indeed. He's a good one. Okay. Our last round. Okay. The Darkling / Ben Barnes.
I love him.
But he follows a bunch of Instagram models. It's probably fair. Like, probably
right, yeah, get it.
This was actually a really good one. Roy Kent from Ted Lasso, but he watches a football game at a restaurant on the TV behind you. So you're on a date. This is actually, I wrote this one as like my own ick. I hate this. Like, this is an ick. But Roy Kent would do this. Like this.
He would do it, yeah.
This comes with the territory.
Even if he's into you, I think he'd do it still. He's like, whatever.
Yeah, he's like, this is fine. Okay. Or let's see what else there is on this list. Carswell Thorne from the Lunar Chronicles, but he refers to himself in the third person.
Just all the time.
Never refers to himself, which I actually think does he do that in the book? I don't remember.
I swear he's silly. I bet he does. Silly.
I feel like he would do that in the book.
Right. He kind of has like Nick from New Girl's energy, and he would do it. So
he does, yeah. Which Nick is on this list too. He just didn't come up. Okay, so yeah, Thorne, but he refers to himself in the third person. We have Roy Kent, but he watches the football game behind you at a restaurant. Or the Darkling, but he follows a bunch of Instagram models. Okay, who do I think you would pick?
I think I know yours.
Yeah, I guess. I think I know yours too.
Okay,
I'll go first. I think you would pick Roy Kent.
What? No.
Really? No? Oh, no.
For me.
I thought you liked Roy Kent.
No, he wouldn't even make the list for me. I don't like him.
Oh, I thought you would. Oh, oopsies. Okay.
That's okay.
I'll
tell you who I would pick, but I think you would pick Carswell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like at any point. He is baby girl also.
He is baby girl. And like him referring to himself in the third person, like we'll get through it. The rest of we'll work through it together. Like the Darkling following a bunch of Instagram, like that boy's bad news. First and foremost. And I kind of give it away when I said Roy Kent. I hate when men do that. Like I hate it. So yeah.
That's true. I also find that icky as well. It's like, pay attention to me, Jesus Christ. Like I'm putting a lot of attention into you. Come on.
Yeah, we're on like a date. Especially if we're on a date together and you're just like staring at the screen behind me. Like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, I hate it.
I would have chose the Darkling because I don't care. I don't think as long as like he didn't like do anything, talk to them all the time. But who knows? But I love him so much. He sings also, like the actor.
Yeah, Ben Barnes is a good guy. I think I was taking it more from like the Darkling's perspective. I was like, this is bad news bears. Like this man's
from
following.
The beginning. You said dark, yeah. Like.
Yeah. But if it's Ben Barnes, I might be able to let it slide. Yeah. Darkling. I don't know about that. Like, he's totally hooking up with these other girls if it was like the Darkling.
Probably 100%.
But that's okay. It's fine. That's funny. So you totally won. You got that point.
I win.
You did win.
I
You
got
know,
Rue's help. Rue helped me.
Rue did help. He saw my screen. He could read my thoughts. Yeah. It's funny. Some of these icks are really funny. Like this one is he will pull out a guitar at parties and force people to listen to him play. It's a really good one. What is this one? Kisses with his eyes open.
Oh God, no. That's so bad.
It is bad. Speaks with their mouth full. That's
bad also. Yeah.
Only watches Facebook or YouTube Shorts. That's a good one. It's funny. Yeah, these icks, some of them I made up, some of them were ChatGPT, some of them were straight from Dan and Phil.
Yeah.
It's like, these are good. These are really funny.
I just realized I know who they are. I had to Google their faces because I used to watch Charlie So Cool Like and all those OG YouTubers, and that's where I've seen them. I didn't like recognize the names, but that's so funny. I love that they're still like making content. That's
they
amazing.
are. They were on like hiatus for a few years actually. I think Phil was always posting, but Dan wasn't, and then they came back this year, and I was like, wow, my childhood. I will watch.
Anything you guys do.
I really will. I went to their show. I've never gone to any YouTuber show. I went to Dan and Phil's show because I think they're so funny.
No, wait, like recently or in the past?
In the past. It was like 2015 or something like that. Back when they were like touring. Yeah. It was funny. I like them. That's why I'm like, I just think they're hysterical. So when I saw this episode, I was like, I want to do that. This is so funny.
Yes.
But they also had the most unhinged characters too. They had like the bee from the Bee Movie. Like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, ours is definitely for the Booktok girlies. So
yeah,
we got you guys.
We got you guys. Tell us who you would pick on any of these if you've listened. If there's anyone you didn't agree with, tell us who you would pick and let us know if we were wrong. Please. But I think, no, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, if you want us to keep doing this, we probably will anyway. So, because that was a whole ton of fun. If we just need a filler episode.
I know. I thought this was super funny. I like that it was like we guess each other, and I'll come up with more icks. Like I'll just have a running list of icks and just rotate. Like it's so funny. Doesn't like cats. Geralt is out.
Out, unfortunately, because he's great otherwise.
Yeah, he would have won. He really would have won that round. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Fangirl Feels podcast. We hope you liked it. This is like a fun little episode that we do every once in a while when we want to play games. So if you like this episode, leave us a like, comment, tell us, what else you would like to see from us that are similar episodes. And tell us what you want to hear from us as we are growing into 2024. This is the year. This will be our first full year as a podcast. And we like doing this and we're excited to grow. So stay tuned to hear how we grow this podcast. And thank you for listening this year. Thank you for making 2023 an amazing year for us. We honestly can't believe anyone listens. We're so thankful for you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being on the ground floor of this fun podcast that we have together. We really appreciate you. And we hope that 2024 brings you all the joy that you're looking for as well. We heart you.
All the hearts. Thank you, everyone. Yes, we appreciate you.
We really do. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. And we post every Monday. So stay tuned next week with a regularly scheduled episode. But until then, bye!